So it seems like after the whole situation that has happened with Bud Light, a lot of people are overly sensitive about certain topics, especially regarding LGBTQ, with Gay Month coming up and trans people especially. People are very sensitive about the topic and it angers them very quickly. But apparently now the ire of this anger is now Fox News. Fox News has just, unfortunately for them, I guess their workplace policies has leaked online, and now people are trying to treat them as the next Bud Light, which is hilarious to me because people were already mad that Fox News removed Tucker Carlson, and they're also seemingly removing other people as well. But unfortunately for Fox News, it looks like their woke workplace policies is now coming to bite them in the ass after this recent leak. So we're going to get into the article, guys. But of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like so you can push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because we're on our way to 20,000 subscribers. It says the next target of the right's campaign against woke companies, Fox News, a conservative outlet, is attacking Fox for being too respectful of trans employees. It's a sign of the times on the right. So, of course, this article is coming from Vox. Vox is very left-leaning, so if you're expecting a non-biased article, do not get it here. But I want to read it from a left-wing point of view just to see what these psychos have to say, because I'm very curious. Now, keep in mind, guys, Fox News, just so you're aware, I don't know if a lot of people know this, Fox News is mostly, if I'm not mistaken, based in New York. So New York is a Democratic cesspool, just like California is, and if you're expecting a company to operate in New York without some sort of woke policies in their handbook, it's not going to happen, okay? It's just not. The chance of that happening is very slim, and it's probably a mom and pop shop. If it's a major corporation like Fox News, it is going to be extra woke. I can pretty much guarantee you, but let's see what it says. So it says on air, Fox News personalities have been endlessly attacking so-called woke corporations, but now Fox News finds itself in the right's cultural crosshairs with conservatives accusing it of promoting trans ideology in its own workplace. The inciting incident is on Monday morning's story in the Daily Signal, the media arm of the Conservative Heritage Foundation think tank. In the story, reporter Mary Margaret Alohan writes that Fox's employees handbook allows employees to use bathrooms that align with their gender identity rather than their biological sex, permits them to dress in alignment with their preferred gender, and requires that their co-workers use their preferred name and pronouns in the workplace. Now, if you guys watch Fox News, this is probably a shock to you, but honestly, anybody who knows anything about Fox News or just working in Democratic cesspools like New York, this should not be a shock to you. This is something that's pretty much evident any single time a corporation wants to run in a city like this. It says many of Fox's rules in this area appear to be in line with the state law. Okay, the article talks about it. The company's headquarters are in New York, where state law explicitly prohibits discrimination on the basis of gender identity, something Alohan notes in passing but doesn't dwell on. Fox told me in a written statement, Fox News Media is complying with all human rights laws mandated by the cities and states in which we operate, including New York and California. So since they operate in New York and California, what do you think that means in regards to their policies? It doesn't mean that they're trying to go against trans ideology or anything. It damn well means that they're going to be forced to have to do this stuff. So even if the company or the personalities who work for that company or the people in that company may not necessarily agree with this, unfortunately, due to state mandates and laws, they're going to have to do this. They're going to have to put this into their workplace, and they're going to have to probably do some sort of diversity, equity, and inclusion training. I would almost imagine they make people take these like forced tests by HR and whatnot. It's just stupid. It says that there's less than a Daily Signal's exclusive that meets the eye didn't stop many on the culture war right from blasting Fox News as a sellout. Matt Walsh, an influential anti-trans podcaster at the Daily Wire, led the charge. I love how they try to make it seem like he's an anti-trans podcaster, and that's all he is. Like they always try to reduce the work that people do down to the bare minimum to fit their narrative, whatever that narrative may be. That's what a lot of these show media news outlets do all the time, and that's why we make fun of them, because again, this is something. It's like slacktivist writing, right, or activist writing, whatever you want to call it. It is really the bare minimum of what you would call writing. It says, according to Walsh, Fox is actively working to suppress conservative voices in apparent reference to the network's ouster of Tucker Carlson, while promoting leftism in its most radical form, and thus needs to get the full Bud Light treatment. Bud Light has been targeted by a boycott campaign on the right after partnering with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Now, I don't agree that this is a right-wing boycott, okay? I keep saying it all the time. This is a everybody boycott because it's being boycotted, or it's being ignored, I should say, by both sides. People have definitely taken their money elsewhere. That is evident by the sales that are down for 6 weeks straight now. And I think it's going to continue into the summer months before it eventually tapers off. But I always did say that Fox News removing Tucker Carlson is definitely not a coincidence. It was a planned thing, obviously. Why that is, nobody will fully know to this day, but you can come up with your own kind of conspiracy theories as to why they might have removed Tucker Carlson. But I do believe that that was a major mess up on their part. Removing a personality like Tucker, no matter what you think about him, no matter what you feel about what he says, no matter what you think about how he presents the news, nobody can deny that he was a massive influence at Fox News and in general, and the man was pulling in millions upon millions of views every single show, and there's no denying that. So he definitely brought a lot of money and a lot of eyes to Fox News. Some might even say he was the face of Fox News for quite a while. So them removing him is very interesting to me. You got to think that it's probably something that was bigger than the money that he was bringing in, which whatever that may be, I'll let you guys decide. But again, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. Geoffrey Ingersoll, the editor-in-chief of the Daily Caller, tweeted that he personally knew several employees, some very senior, who hate their house style going along with far-left activists and their propaganda terms. You can find several other popular conservative Twitter accounts saying similar things. These tweets crystallize a backlash against Fox that has been growing on the right ever since Carlson's unceremonious firing about a month ago. In fact, there's some speculation that this was the intended result of the Daily Signal story. It says from Brian Stelter, this leak is coming 1 month after Tucker Carlson Tonight was canceled. It's not a coincidence. I don't think anything that's going on right now with Fox News is a coincidence. Between the firing of Tucker, between all the leaks, because remember, like, they leaked a bunch of videos about Tucker. Now you're leaking gender policies and whatnot from the handbook about Fox News. None of this stuff is a coincidence. All this stuff seems to be leaking now that Tucker Carlson is gone. So I think it's only a matter of time before more stuff comes out and it gets even more interesting. It said in her story, Alohan cites a former producer for Tucker Carlson Tonight as one of her key sources. She also reports on behind-the-scenes drama from the now-canceled show to support her theory that Fox is quietly pro-trans. A source who still works at Fox News told the Daily Signal that after Carlson's show was canceled in April, producers for the new 8 p.m. Fox News Tonight program were told not to bash trans Bud Light spokesperson Dylan Mulvaney. That directive came from high-level executives, Alohan reported. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Listen, if you start to see a difference in how the news is presented on Fox News, then you know that something is off. Because before, Tucker Carlson, even though he was a little bit crazy sometimes, he absolutely told the truth on certain topics, and one of them is with trans people and Dylan Mulvaney especially. So if you start to see a difference in how that information is presented, just know that somebody got to Fox News. Somebody somewhere or some group got to Fox News, and now they are 100% going to be pushing a narrative in a different direction. It says whether or not Tucker himself is behind the handbook leak or it's merely work of some of his allies and former employees, one thing is for certain: the network is continuing to suffer from parting ways with its biggest star. And what matters for Fox matters for the conservative movement writ large. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning, man. Like, Fox News definitely needed Tucker Carlson. I don't think Tucker Carlson needed Fox News, and that's the difference. Tucker was bigger than Fox, unfortunately for them, and they realized this. But like I said, whatever was the decision behind getting rid of Tucker, that means that it was bigger than Tucker. It was bigger than the money he brought to them. It was bigger than the network, and whatever that was, that's actually pretty scary when you think about it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.